Hello guys, welcome to YouTuber. You're watching Jay Maggart here. Today I'd like to talk about an iPad 1 that I just got. This came out in 2010, I believe. If you look on the front, you've got your black screen as well as your home button. This one works just fine, by the way. Here you've got your old charging port, direct pin, as well as old speaker drills. And here you've got your old volume rockers, as well as your side switch. And if you look on this side, you've got your power button, your headphone jack, and your mic. Now, let's get to it before I run out of storage on the camera. Here, let's look on the back first. Take a quick look, and that should be it. And there's no camera on this guy. This is kind of an iMac gesture. If you look back in the day, it had slideshow mode. This was only on the iPad 1. Here you've got your old little slide to unlock. This is iOS 5.1.1. The first thing I'd like to talk about is app usability. You can actually use quite a lot of apps. In fact, the only Apple app that you can't really use is Apple app that doesn't have any service to it at all is YouTube. Now let's talk YouTube. This is going to be quite interesting. It'll say cannot connect to YouTube, and then it'll make me sign in. Let me move my camera over here while I type in my keyboard. Is actually very responsive. And it did nothing. Pretty much if you do that, it'll do nothing. Now try downloading the other YouTube app. The older version, of course. Not work. Haha, nice try. Does not work. Try signing in. It'll just come up with a turn cookies on or off page. In fact, you can't even sign into Google. And you have to access YouTube via the browser. You can't even sign in. Can't even sign in, and you just have to search just what you want. Even if you're I don't want that. Let me try to get Here we go. So, and you can't even go into full screen. So, I'm going to search it myself. And by watching videos, I don't mean you can. By watching videos, I don't mean you can go into full. You can go here and you can begin playing. You can't go into full screen, that'll just mess it up. And once it loads by morning, I'll show you what it's like. Pay attention to this. This is modern YouTube, like I said. Alright, I don't have time. I can't test out video playback since I don't have time for that. And as you go into apps, and there is a little bit of a slight delay here. Now, if you double tap if you use the home button, that just means left. Now it's 5. If you double tap the home button, here you get your recent apps, and here's how you slice out apps. This is your app switcher. You have to do this. Then you get some toggles. That's kind of your control center. App Store isn't very usable, but iTunes Store is probably still good. The App Store, I would say no. There aren't that many apps out there that require at least iOS 5 or later, or even further. If you go into iMessaging here, you can see that yes, this is called iMessage. It works just fine. You can select your photo as well as you can turn on your subject bar, things like that. Go into Calendar here. Calendar works just fine. You can get your old brown background. The web, by the way, the web browser is probably broken for most websites, and I'm going to go on mine to Google. We'll load very quickly. Let me try signing in here to show you what happens. It's surprisingly quite well. I might show you that in notes. And it worked. Shocked that it did. No surprise. And no, let's go on. Here you got notes. Quite surprising. Let's go to emoji. Here you get to emojis. And as you can see here, your emoji section wasn't quite as good as it was now, but it was okay. It's not as cute. Oops. Alright, so I guess this one will do. Anyhow, it's surprisingly quite well. And you can, believe it or not, customize your fonts in settings for notes. Reminders works just fine. It is a little old, yet works. You did get Google Maps back in the day. I removed that with iOS 6. This is old. You can't even tilt in maps and just go north or south. And you do get some modes as well as it's very familiar, yet it's not the best. Now I'll show you YouTube. Now let's go to videos. I've got no videos here that you can do, but it should work just fine. Just have to download stuff from iTunes, like any old videos app. Here you've got contacts list. Let me get some. Alright. There. What is this? It says Yahoo. It says Yahoo Google. That's very excellent. It should work just fine now. That is puzzling. You should not see any sign at Yahoo, by the way. Game Center works just fine. Game Center can work just fine. It's a little old, but like I said, iTunes Store you should still be able to download music just fine. You can turn on automatic downloads for me in apps, but I highly doubt that doesn't even work now. App Store, this is quite interesting. I was able to download the older versions of Twitter and YouTube, but it didn't work here. I've got something searched. You do get an indicator, and it's being slow. Newsstand. Yeah, you can find. Newsstand should work just fine. Hi, Nina and Henrietta. Newsstand should work just fine if you have anything downloaded. Settings. Now, this is where things get quite interesting. Hi, Henrietta. Here's your menu. You do get settings for Twitter back in the day. That was how I was able to sign to the app, even though it doesn't work. Here's something you guys are going to die for. Here's your selection of wallpapers. It was very iconic back then, Steve Jobs schemed. But hey, this iOS was designed by Steve Jobs. Now iOS is not designed by Steve Jobs. Alright, so I want to show you Safari. Let's go into email. As you can see, I've gotten a message. I was able to sign in. It says my password is incorrect, but that's probably just acting weird on me. Photos. Here's one thing. You do get photos from home and edit and such. And you do get settings for slideshow. I wonder if to add that today. And if you do long hold a photo, you do get a little thing that pops up that says copy, and that does not work. You can also do this when you're viewing your photos, but somebody has to send them to you, or you have to take screenshots, kind of like this. I just took a screenshot, and now let's enter music. And I have no music. Oh, you didn't guys didn't even get a good chance. Here it is. It was iTunes back in the day, but that was way better than Apple Music. And you can access it directly from the control center, which I like. Let's test out speakers. Let's not go into YouTube again. We're going to go into settings here. General. That's enough out of that. Your ears are probably hurting right now. That was so loud. Do you rate that? No, that's not bad. If you're gonna watch YouTube, might miss you. Now let's talk Twitter. Can't access Twitter via the app. You have to sign via settings. Yes, I am on Twitter. Works just fine on my iPad 3 via the app. Yet, let me tell you something. Yes, I am on Twitter. My Twitter is private, however, so you do have to follow me, and either one of my parents do have to approve. But it should work just fine via the browser. This is Twitter mobile. It should work just fine. It should let you sign in and everything. Let's talk gaming. Now, this is where things get quite interesting. Let me show you. Well, now I'm going to show you two apps. Here. If I ever get it loaded, honestly. I was not able to download Train Simulator 2 or Train's Driver 2 on either of them. This is the current version of the original Train Simulator. Don't try to download either the original Train Simulator or Train's Driver on iOS 11 or higher. It does not work. Let's go Let me show you how horrible this was. This is Train's Driver is a little bit better, but first we're on Train Simulator, then I'll show you Train's Driver on it. This requires 5.1 or later. Train's Driver requires 5.0 or later. And look at here. This is what you get. Nope, your graphics didn't fully load. The A4 chip first was brought to the iPad in 2010. Then later that year, the iPhone 4 and the iPod Touch 4th generation got it. Let's do Train's Driver here. That is a little bit better, and I don't know why. This is a little bit better, so if you like trains, I probably recommend Train's Driver. This is better. I think the original Kindle Fire is better than Train Simulator on the iPad 1, honestly. It does take a little while for the graphics to load as you move, but it works. But it's way better, at least when you approach it, everything loads and there's full graphics and everything. So that is it about the iPad 1. Please enjoy if you still have an iPad 1, please let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet, or if you're allowed to. Or at least leave a comment below if you please. Or if you still have an iPad 1. Enjoy the iPad you have now, knowing it's not a pain in the butt to use like the original iPad. Thanks, and